gotta get the bait. Ain't no need to lag, ain't no need to lag. Yeah, gotta chase the bait, gotta chase the bait. Ain't no need.
What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. Let me actually look at the wrong screen here. Trying to do too many things at one time. Welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, #1 gambling podcast for quick picks, live on just YouTube today. No Twitter, also live on Instagram. I thought I'd try to go live on Instagram too. It's a little bit different. You see the green screen on YouTube. You guys can see the nice purple background and everything like that. Let me get my notes pulled up here, and we will get going on these three plays. If you're watching on Instagram, live on YouTube every day at 11:30 at Lunchtime in the Lab. Got all these screens I need to look at. Live on YouTube. You guys drop a comment, say hi. What's up, Big Tone? I messaged you the other day. All right. If you are watching on Instagram, though, you cannot see the graphics. I have graphs and little graphics I pull up on YouTube. So it's out on YouTube. You're interested, all the same. You still get that knowledge and everything. You just don't get to see some of the information, So, as usual, let's hop in here. Got this beer money graphic pulled up here. We have a code for 50% off on the got a baseball promo going on. So pretty good deal there. Watching on YouTube in the bottom of the description here, click that link. What is it? All caps opening day for 50% off. DM me on Twitter, anything like that, can get you going on the promo there. I am on I think like 6-1 run, if I'm not mistaken, in the Discord. I hit Wimby first basket yesterday. Man, bam. I don't know. I've been hitting bets. We've been hitting bets in there. I missed a builder, Jokic, man, yesterday. I hit one shot in the fourth quarter, something crazy like that. So kind of frustrating stuff. I mean, what are you gonna do, Recap though, yesterday we did get ourselves a 3-0 day on the podcast yesterday. 3-0 day. We had Damian Lillard over 23.5 points. I passed pretty easily at 31 points in that game. KCP had 12.5 points, 3 rebounds, assists. I forget what he finished at, but luckily he was making some baskets there at the end. He helped us out a lot. And then Dennis Schroeder over 6.5 assists, finished at 7. So solid day for the brand. 3-0. Love it. Like to see it. That wraps up a 5-1 weekend that we had on Saturday and Sunday. Starting out this Monday here, we are certainly up 5-1 in the last 2 days. Is pretty awesome. Great winning days here. So we are back to the winning ways of things here. Dang, I'm just watching these lines that I had up here too, and my lines keep moving around. Lines just keep moving around. All right, we'll hop into it though. Today's March 18th. For today's plays, we get like five or six plays on the slate here. So we'll get the graphics pulled up. Unfortunately, I'm looking at my lines here, and like 2 of my favorite plays have moved since I've started this. Everything I'm about to say is going to be off by 1, unfortunately. But I'm going to check and see DraftKings, and I'm pretty sure DraftKings is sitting okay. Let's see. It's going to take too long. DraftKings compared to FanDuel, like DraftKings is so slow, it's not even funny. I hate that shit. Where are we at? Okay, so we're still good on but what's nice about DraftKings, talking about slow, is they're the last ones to move their lines around and stuff too, though. So I guess that makes sense. I just want to pull it up so we're talking about it. I can say where it's at. Because I did just give both these plays out in the Discord, for the VIP members or whatever in there, and we got them at that point under. But FanDuel did move, but I'm sure it comes back down. It was doing the same thing with Dan. But we also had Spencer, get out of here. I'm not going to be in. We also have day 3. We're doing day 3 of the rollover challenge. We took $10, turned it into 18, turned that 18 into 30 something, and now we're taking that 30 something, hopefully to turn that into 70 something or something along those lines. I got 2 plays I absolutely love. If you are in the Discord, you are part of Beer Money Picks, you've already seen the 2 plays. I have not written them up yet. Third play I really do like too, but not quite the same confidence level or whatever. But we'll go ahead and get into it, so we don't get we're not talking any longer than we need to or whatever. But like I said, we're watching on Instagram, you cannot see these graphs. But look at all this green behind me here, guys. Isaac Okoro over 14.5 points plus rebounds combined. If you look at the graph here, Donovan Mitchell with 30 plus minutes played, he's in 10 of 10 this year. He averages 33 minutes without Donovan Mitchell in. So if you were to take away that 30 plus, get rid of some of those blowouts and everything like that he had, he's still over in 11 of 14 games without Donovan Mitchell or hitting at a 79% clip. But with him averaging 33 minutes, with him being out, and the Cavs have been on a bit of a skid here. They're going to want to play him heavy minutes. So I think I can see him getting 30 plus. And like we see here, when he gets 30 plus minutes, he hits in 10 straight games. Without Mitchell and Mobley, he's over in 7 of 8 games and 7 straight. That one he missed, he played once again just 25 minutes. So if we were to be, kind of picky, we could really get this 7 out of 7. So in terms of history with the 2 injuries that he has, I mean, honestly, like these are without a doubt my best ways. Jimmy Butler got ruled out, went after Bam RA. He cleared it in rebounds alone. Smashed that line yesterday. So pretty good at going after injuries. Awesome matchup here too. In the last 15 games, the Pacers allowed the 7th most points to shooting forwards, small forwards. What the hell? Small forward and 6th most rebounds. On the year, they go at the 4th most points and the 4th most rebounds. Small forwards as well. The Pacers play at the 2nd highest tempo in the league, which obviously we've talked about. I mean, it's just going to create more possessions, more opportunities for misses, more opportunity for to grab some rebounds too. Without Mitchell in, I mean, he grabs a lot more boards, obviously, than he does without him. Mitchell's that pretty, all-purpose guy, so we're definitely going to be missing him. But Okoro can kind of take over that, The Pacers also have been really soft in the paint. Not so much recently, I guess, since I brought in Siakam in this trade, but Okoro takes roughly 50, it's under 55%, but it's more than 50% of his shots are within 10 foot of the basket. So, awesome matchup there when they're already kind of soft in the paint. Um, honestly, like this is what I see as being probably my favorite play of the day in terms of running that for doing this 10-day challenge as well. Take Okoro and run him for the over 14.5 points and rebounds. You just can't deny just the history here, guys. I mean, you look at all this green, and that's just the kind of thing I want to ride. I mean, he's been fantastic. He has some spots where he barely hit it. He has some spots where he flew over it, So this is, unless, I got some people in the chat saying like, hey, I really love this other bet, which I honestly do, the second one. I'm thinking this is going to be your 10K play. Like I said, 10 out of 10 with 30 plus minutes. Good matchup against the Pacers, 7th most, for points and rebounds on the year, 4th most points and rebounds. High tempo, so I mean it's going to be fast paced compared to the slow tempo of the Cavs. Solid bet, I think. So first play is going to be Isaac Okoro over 14.5 points and rebounds. And I don't think I said it in the beginning, so I'm going to say it before rolling number 2. Do me a favor and like it. Hit that comment for me, please do. Comment on the video. If you're watching on a recorded version, watching live, drop something high, hit a fire emoji, something like that. Like the video. If you have not hit the sub, please do so. Let's see. I'm trying to, which way do I point? This way? Okay, this way. I added like a watermark thing. So if any of y'all are watching live, that'd be cool if you could let me know if you see that. There should be a little red like YouTube like subscribe type icon in the bottom. Your right, I guess, my left. So that'd be cool if you guys let me know if that's there, if that's working on the live. I'm not sure if it pops up in live videos or not. It's just another way to potentially help with some subscribers, because I think when you click on that, it takes them to my channel or to subscribe or something. So let me know if that's in there. But all right, second play. Pull the graph up here. And I tell you what, guys, I was going back and forth. I think both hit, but then I got to make a decision on which one I'm going to pick as the actual play. And real quick, let me say, Okoro moved to 15.5 on FanDuel. He is sitting at 14.5 on DraftKings still. I gave it out at DraftKings at the minus 125 to win 1 unit. I feel like Okoro probably comes down back to the 14.5 once he hit plus money. If you want to wait on see, the plan is for me to play him as more than likely the 10K, 10-day play. But I feel guilty doing it on DraftKings if we've been doing it back and forth on DraftKings versus FanDuel or something like that. So Zach, thanks for the heads up. I'm wondering if it's on live videos, if it doesn't show it on live videos, and then once it's like published or whatever, maybe it pops up, because I think I did see it. some of my baseball plays and stuff like that. All right. Anyhow, hopefully Okoro falls back down, like I said, because we're playing on FanDuel. If not, you can take alt lines, but they're not going to have one up. And I don't know what kind of juice you're going to be buying on an alt line though. Like I mean, you would think I always say it all the time. When you take a line, you would think it's going to fly over. Um, looking at his graph, I don't really actually see how small it is, but I mean, he landed on 15 twice. So other times he's over it. So that 15 and a half, I'd probably feel okay with, but I definitely feel better taking half. But second play here though, DeAndre Ayton over 19 and a half points. Once again, this one moved to 20 and a half as I started up the podcast here. 19 and a half on DraftKings though still. That's the downside is I have the plays figured out by 9:30. I have to wait 2 hours until I start to actually give them out. So that's kind of a bummer when you're waiting around, to plays out and everything, is that we don't get the best number all the time. So I guess that's the benefit of being in the Discord though. And maybe that's why it partially moves because I mean, there are hundreds of people that follow me in there. But we'll see. So that's a good point. On Instagram says it might be a defensive-minded game. Yeah, somebody's got to score though. Okay. Anyway, second play, DeAndre Ayton over 19.5 points. Looking at the graph here without Sharp and Brogdon, we were on this today, guys, with 20 plus minutes played. Just to get rid of the blowouts. 20 plus minutes asking for nothing. That's really just get rid of blowouts, injuries, or anything like that we potentially have. He's over in 10 of games or 91% hit rate without these two guys in. So obviously a fantastic hit rate. Like I said, we were just on the other day on what we have. I think we had 17 and a half points. He had 18 at halftime. So it was the first half pass. He was fantastic. I think he was a day one for us or something like that just a couple of days ago or a week ago or something. In general, though, he's over this line in 8 of his last 10 games with 5 straight, hits here, with 20 being his lowest total and 33 being his highest against Atlanta. This matchup today is super similar to Atlanta. He had 33 points against Atlanta. We talked about how Atlanta was bad in the pick and roll, how Ayton runs it, at a high rate, everything like that. And then we go back to the exact same situation where he's running the pick and roll at a almost near league leading rate. I think it's like 5th highest, 6th highest, something like that. The Bulls are actually the worst team in defending the roll man, similar to the Hawks matchup. Hawks were like 3rd or 4th worst or something like that. The Bulls are actually the worst. He had 18 when he faced the weak pick and roll team, obviously, like I just talked about. And now they're against the Bulls, who is the worst. In the last 7 games, the Bulls are allowing the 5th most points to centers. So, here recently, like centers have been able to really get after and score against them. Guys, I really went back and forth on this one. Like, see, Okoro just came back down to 14.5 on FanDuel. So they bounced around. Ayton's been sitting there at 20.5 for a while. Guys, I struggled with this. I think both are great matchups. I think both are going to hit, but unfortunately, I have to make a decision on which ones. I just realized I'm all the way up here. So hopefully, y'all be able to hear me okay. I just moved it back down. Hopefully, you guys are going to be able to, hopefully, we're able to hit it. It's unfortunate we have to pick one when we're riding this 10-day rollover challenge. I love both the plays. What I guess steered me away in terms of thinking about safety. Unless you guys are like, man, no, let's not run Okoro. Those are following. And then I just got a shout out too. I mean, we got 22 people watching live on YouTube right now for a Monday. At 11:30. That's really awesome. I appreciate all you guys that are watching live. Shout out to you guys for sure. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that button for me. But looking at this, the Pacers are a great offensive team. I mean, both of these could turn into blowouts, and it's what sucks about the NBA is that you're afraid of what's going to happen and everything in terms of that. But you look at the Bulls, who's sitting at a -8.5 favorite, at home. The Pacers are -8.5 favorite at home. The Pacers have played this the Pacers are kind of goofy at times. The Blazers have been eliminated from the playoffs. So, not to say that, like, Ayton's not gonna try because like, he's playing Big E said he's playing, another stratosphere. Ayton's playing good, but the Blazers have been eliminated. The Bulls have not. The Bulls need this game. The Bulls need this game. Uh, and that's what also fears me, scares me or whatever, is that I think there's a bigger blowout chance in terms of the Blazers with really just all those stars missing, and the Bulls need it for playoff contention, where, the Cavs are missing Donovan Mitchell, but, like, Mobley's been out for a minute, and then the Pacers can, like, shoot the ball every once in a while. So it just seems like it'll be the Cleveland game would be a more competitive game in my opinion. Uh, I'm giving both these plays out because I think I can win. Unfortunately, as you can see, like, there's a lot of kinda, like, going back and forth in terms of, trying to figure out what we're thinking in terms of having to pick an official 10K or 10-day challenge, and that's why I went with Coro. Unless you guys got different options, like I said, and, on YouTube, you guys got an opinion or something like that, so, um, but yeah. Anyway, rolling the third play here. First two, if you're just joining, we were going with Cora over 14.5 points in Wisconsin, DeAndre Ayton over 14.5 points. As I mentioned, Cora was going to be the official 10-day rollover challenge. We're on step three. So it's not like we're like betting like $1,000 on this one. It's from, we've turned 10 into 18, 18 into 30. We're betting 30 something on it. So it's not a substantial amount, although everybody's pockets are deeper, obviously. It's just the fact that like I honestly just want to win this stupid thing and hit like 10 bets in a row or whatever, So kind of get thinking about it a little more than I guess I should, But um third and final play though here, and then we'll chat if you guys have any, thoughts on whether or not we think one is another. But going into it, Cora was kind of my guy. I've even already made the graphic for the video, so it just seems like we're probably riding it. But third play is gonna be Desmond Bane over 22.5 points. Still sitting there from where I got it. You got the graph here without John Morant in away games this year. He is over in 12 of 15 at an 80% clip. So no Ja, obviously, and he's away. Morant's out for the year. Don't get me started on that guy. But this is his second game back from injury, so we're kind of getting out of the rust a little bit. He's played 32 minutes. On his first game back, he played 32 minutes. He took 17 shots and made 7 of them. Kings team that has allowed a lot of threes, and his three prop is set to 3.5. Uh, Seeing as that 3 plus is pretty juiced, I mean, the books are implying that we're getting at least 9 points out of threes alone, uh, which is essentially halfway to the points that we need, right there. With and if you look at this Grizzlies team, I mean, like they're the primary. He's the primary shot taker. This is without, and if you look at the games today, I mean, you got a 15-point spread, 11-point spread, a 9-point spread. I mean, the NBA is so hard to get around. The Grizzlies have been kind of scrappy at times. The Kings kind of blow games at times, but in my opinion, Bane is one of the main dudes that's going to be scoring for the rest of the year for them. The Grizzlies are rough, playing G League type guys. Bane's his little arms. Bane's a bucket, and if you look at like honestly, if you look at like shooting guard stats, which like unfortunately like, he plays more point guard in the role without John Morant, but like he's listed as like a shooting guard. Like in the last 7 or last 15, whatever, like the Kings have been getting torn up by shooting guards, and they're allowing like the second most threes. Although like that's not really the position he plays right now in this offense, so it's kind of hard to like if you were to blindly just look at like all right, like Desmond Bane's listed as a shooting guard. Okay, how are shooting guards against the Kings? But unfortunately, like he's not really playing in that role, playing more point. But it's worth noting though. But it's also worth noting that the Kings are stingy point wise to point guards, and they give up a lot of points to shooting guards. So it kind of just depends. But you kind of have that going for you. But it's not something I'm going to sit here and stand on. And say like with absolute certainty that they're getting like oh yeah he's got a great spot because he's a shooting guard or something like that. Kind of goofy. So but we certainly do have the blowout implications or possibility. But unfortunately, we have that in every game. Like the other day, who the hell were we on? We were on like the Cavs the other day when they got blown out. We were on like the Bucks the other day when they got blown out. And Giannis didn't catch a damn Was it a rebound or an assist? Honestly, Giannis has failed us twice. Dude's frustrating. But, nice. Big E, both on Big E's on Bane and Ayton, so that's good. I like to see some camaraderie there. Those are gonna be the 3 plays for today. We'll pull up the recap here, and, now's your chance, guys. Okoro has kinda had my mind made up. I'm seeing him back to 14.5 on FanDuel, so I feel comfortable taking it there. Um last night, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whatever it was up feeding the baby, kinda looking at some stuff, and I came by Ayton. I went to bed, and I said, "Ayton's gonna be my 10K play." And then I came by Okoro, and then Mitchell being out, and, like, just all that green and how he's been playing without him and the matchup that he has. I like it a lot. But to recap, though, on March 18th, so I can end the, audio side of things here, we're gonna ride with Isaiah Okoro over 14.5 points and rebounds, DeAndre Ayton over 19.5 points, and Desmond Bane over 22.5 points for lunchtime in the lab. We went 3-0 yesterday. We went 2-1 on Saturday, 3-0 on Sunday. We are riding a 5-1 streak coming out of the weekend, hopefully to stay hot on Monday. I'm gonna close it out on the podcast, the audio side of things. We will more than likely be riding the Okoro over 14.5 points for the 10K 10-day rollover challenge. I will be doing a video for that, so check that out, audio listeners, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm about done doing the podcast side of things. 21 minutes, and now I gotta upload it to Spotify and shit like that. But all right, guys. So YouTube people, Instagram. Appreciate the interaction though. I feel like you're like the only person that's been watching on Instagram. People coming in and out. Um, hey, we got up to like 22 live people on YouTube here, so that's pretty good. I spent like 3 hours improving my channel, like goofy stuff, but like this guy, it's like he's got like a million, and his job is to grow YouTube channels or some shit. But I found an article, and it was like do these 17 things to like improve views or improve something like that. And I tell you what, I did every damn thing on that. Or, I'm going to do everything. Some things are like, posted on another website or something like that. But I literally did set like potential of 17 different things. To the point of I think on live videos it doesn't do it, but I figured out, and I didn't even realize, I figured out that, at the end you can do like like suggested videos. So hopefully here, if you're watching this all the way to the end and you can wait for it to publish on live video for some reason, I'll be able to hit a suggested video and it'll take you to the baseball betting 101. Where you can go watch some of those videos or something. But I'm gonna close it out. We're gonna ride those 3 plays today. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't hit the like button, do that before you leave. If you haven't, subscribe button for me. Do that before you leave too. Uh, and I'll post the other video on YouTube for the 10-day challenge. It's going to be Isaac riding it. I'm riding it. You like 8 and more, ride 8 and more, ride 8 in. But I will see you guys back at 11:30 tomorrow. Appreciate you guys, and I'll be there if y'all got DMs. Follow me on Twitter at LiveJoeBets. Best way to reach me, and I will see you guys back tomorrow.